What's up, everybody? FSC Trucking. Got a new video for you this morning. Taking this MB truck right here, Norfolk, Virginia. Been a little while since we've been down that way. This is an MB truck. It's a snow removal truck. It's very different from the normal ones we do. I don't really know what they all are, but nonetheless, that unit right there goes to the Naval Base in Norfolk, Virginia. So hopefully you won't have any trouble with that. There we are. It's like a plow attachment on there. I'm really not sure what all it will do beyond just pushing snow with the plow. Nonetheless, that's what we got. Let's go check out the power unit pulling it all. Of course, I am Steve Feschak, your humble host. The real star of the show is right here, Orwell. Orwell is my 1984 Peterbilt 362 Cabover. 3406B Caterpillar, pushing that sucker down the road, making all that noise, making all that power. Yeah. Believe it or not, as far as I know, a truck engine right there is stock. I rebuilt it, but I never messed with the pump at all. So going down the road, it runs as it always did. In videos past, we did have to do some work to it with the air-to-water aftercooler on it, but nonetheless, there we go. It's running good. Can't wait to get down the line with it. Alrighty. We're at the Widmeyer Express Yard, which is where I'm leased on to. You can see right there on the door. So we're getting ready to push the buttons in and get rolling. Well, there's the truck in all its glory. There's Orwell in all his glory. It's time to roll. All right, let's get out of here.
freight-wise last couple of months, to be honest. Let's go out. Last couple times, let's see, I went out to Maine. I wound up coming back empty, all the way from Maine. And I didn't film it, but I went out to Lansing, Michigan and back with another MB truck. That was just a quick out and back deal, but again, came back home empty. But usually when we get a load from out east to Lansing, Michigan, we usually come home empty anyway. Not always, but most often, so that's kind of normal. But even when we're here, it's been kind of slow. Where I loaded this 2 days ago. No, yesterday. I loaded, not yesterday, yeah, 2 days ago. With a Thursday delivery, so I loaded it, went to my place, got some shop work done. Me and Chris were working on the Ford. We got the axles ripped out of the step deck, the back axle, should say, out of the step deck. I'm trying to think of what to call that thing, but I won't let it die. About the immortal step deck or something like that, or I don't know, come up with a cool nickname, I guess. So yeah, it's like a lot of times I'll get to the yard and I'll wait for a decent load to get out. So, you know, me, I'll just go back and do shop work or edit video, whatever. I always got crap to do. Now last weekend, me and Chris, Jen and Chris's wife went out, took Chris's toy hauler and my big enclosed trailer, and we went up to Ontonagon, Michigan. We were playing around with the razors up there over the weekend. So went up Friday, rode all day Saturday, came back Sunday. Monday, you know, came and went, and on down the road we went. So we're able to keep busy when we don't have any good freight to haul. I won't haul for ridiculously cheap, so I'll park it. Which kind of scrambles on a issue I'm going to have as far as getting drivers. Because you'll make money, but right now I worry if I had a driver in a truck, you know, he'd come back to Wisconsin, he'd be doing some sitting around before we get a good load. Like I said, you still make money. Sitting around definitely stings. Then again, depending on how things go, the driver can always help out at the shop and get paid while waiting on a good freight and then get to driving. So, and then the other thing is, I'm not going to be running when I start putting trucks and drivers in them. I'm not going to be running new equipment with these big massive sleepers. The way I see it, and leave a comment if you agree or disagree. The way I see it, if the boss can drive an old Cabover, well, so can you as an employee. Make your money and you go home. There's options to, I'm not saying I will, but there's options to help out at the shop, make money also. But that could be a thing also. I don't know. It also depends on where the driver lives. Hopefully I can find one reasonably close to here. Otherwise you gotta take the truck home, and then maintaining the truck becomes a problem because we have to do most of that in-house. I don't trust old funky equipment with you know, your speed codes or your lugs, you know, because they never seen trucks. You know, your average tech, they're pretty young. You know, they don't know how to change oil on an AV92T. Or a B model cat. You know, they probably never heard of Big Cam 3, you know, so what do you do? So I think it's best for all our maintenance to be done in-house. So when your truck's being maintained, what do you do, right? So that's where the idea is to pay them to help out, or just let them go home and Chris will handle it. We'll have to figure it out. But I'm definitely going to be, once the Ford's running, going to be looking to get drivers, because we do have another truck I plan on getting next week coming. It'll be a special truck, and I got the 352 Pete Cabover, you know, the one in the back of my shop, and then I got the Ford. So Ford's kind of special, so I don't know if that's going to see a driver. I guess it depends on the drivers, but we'll see. But ultimately, I will be looking for drivers eventually. And you'll see once I get this other truck what my plan is. But we'll be doing the same stuff we're doing here. Pulling that step deck, pulling this RGN. Just try to grow it a little. But right now things are slow, and hopefully that'll change. If it don't change soon, this whole country's in for a world of hurt. Current setup is absolutely no good. If you're paying scant attention, you know. I'm not actively pushing for hiring drivers right now, but it's one of those things. If you might want to make a move in the reasonably near to distant future, start kicking around about what if you're that kind of driver. I'm telling you right now, I'm running old equipment, and that's that. I'm not worried about big condo sleepers, and I don't need drivers living in their truck. I need them living at home and turning and burning when they're on the road. You know, I need them running freight. When you get home, you go home. But my attitude, like I said earlier, if the boss can do it, so can anybody else. Big load. Excavator. Coming out of Pennsylvania. Back to Lansing, Michigan, like I was saying earlier. And this side's always better. That one might be less traffic. They used to say no trucks on this inside, but the outside, you got to go out and around, and it is a really messed up merge. You'll see it, watch. Staying on 294, you got to go out and then back in. So watch the dually ram with the car hauling trailer. Gonna go out and then back in. Back there, yeah, probably not going to see him until he comes back around. You'll see this merging traffic and coming back in. That's after a hard right and a hard left and a merge in the middle of it all. Yeah, going this way for the time being. Stay left is best once you get around that crap. Yeah, big old crane. All crane. I always thought that would be a good career path for my youngest son, Matthew, in the future when he was younger. Matthew always, he masters handling equipment. Like teaching him how to drive was easy. Now teaching him how to drive around other idiots, that's hard. But as far as the operation of equipment, he masters everything quick. He accelerates real good in what he does. I always thought he'd be a good crane operator. He'd make good money doing it. Yeah, Matthew has a lot of opportunity potential for him. Personally, I always taught the boys to stay away from trucking. Which makes me wonder, when I'm not around, what'll I do with all the equipment I got? I guess it's worth something to somebody. Paying my boys for it.